Secretary calling the April 17, 2023 Park Board special meeting to order at 6 p.m. I would like to elect Bernie Marsh as Chairman pro tempore for this special meeting. Are there any objections? Hearing none, Bernie Marsh is Chairman pro tempore.
Thank you. I'll call the meeting to order. I think the only item we have to address is to reject the bids for the restrooms for the fairgrounds, if I'm correct about that. So I guess I'd entertain that motion.
I was going to wait for Randy to chime in on this, but if not, I would so move that we reject all the bids we received on the park or the fairgrounds
On
restroom contract
April the 6th.
of April 6th. Yes, thank you.
We have a first motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to reject the bids for the restrooms at the fairgrounds from the meeting on April 6th. This can be just a general A or nay. All those in favor? Or does it have to go by?
Why don't we just do it individually, be safe?
Okay, Commissioner Messer,
Aye.
Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk,
Aye.
and Chair votes aye. So the bids are rejected.
And do I vote too? Bernie?
Yes, I didn't know you were there. I apologize. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Aye.
Great, thank you, Jason. All right, now I guess if the public has any input or discussion that they would like to discuss with us. Okay. You're walking up at the right time. You walked in at the right time.
I guess I just wanted to know, is it over budget? Is it that far out of the grounds? What's causing for the rejection?
I guess we were all probably just basically shocked at the dollar amount. You know, we had $250,000 set aside.
Okay.
You know, and I thought, in my mind, that was sufficient or a good chunk of it. But then again, considering the detail that, and I don't know how detailed these plans were, for the contractors to make a budget or an estimate out of it, we need to figure out what in that plan made that dollar bill go so high. And then do we take a look at, now we have the $250,000, and then let's just say over the next 10 years, what's it cost us if we would wait and rent porta potties for that time period? How much money could we actually add to this budget, you know?
Sure.
But yeah, just basically, I think we were all just shell shocked, you know, because we live in a different world than what you live in.
Yeah, it's gotten a little crazy. You know, we've done about 5 of these park structures in the last 6 or 7 years, and they have tripled in price. And it's just basically the concrete block, buildings of safe harbor like this that are designed for structural, you know, so people can, if there's a tornado, they can go in there. They're built.
Right.
So there's different, but I did talk to some of you guys did call me, but even if you cut the building in half, I don't think you could get to your budget. You know.
Well, I
so
don't even know
it's-
if we really have a budget that we've really just you know, said this is our budget.
Yeah.
You know, and we're building a 100-year building probably. Do we need to look at a 100-year building? Can we look at a 50? What's the world going to be like in 50 years?
Correct.
Do we need a building like that?
Right.
You know.
And
So-
it depends on what kind of structure you're looking.
absolutely.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that input because that's discussion we have to have. Anybody else want to step up or anything else anybody wants to say?
I guess I just had a question then. So what was the bid amount?
The bids,
Yeah.
the low bid was $891,680 was low bid.
Okay. Thank you.
you know, and maybe that is more in line than what we thought, but like I said, we had a budget set aside for $250,000, and really, apparently we're not gonna get much for that. So we need to take a new look at, and we have money, yes, we have money, but you know, there's other projects we wanted to use it, so we have to decide where our priorities are gonna be.
I think we,
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
could I be recognized?
Yes, go ahead.
May I have the floor?
Yes,
This is Randy.
Randy, yes, thank you, Randy. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had a little,
So I talked to a contractor that is building a restaurant for $325 a square foot. We're currently at about $425 or $435 on this thing. So I'm confident we can get what we want for a restroom out there closer to that range. You know, I'm thinking we should be able to get down there to $300 a square foot. And for whatever reason, the way this thing was put together, something that they spec'd in it, pushed the cost way up there for a square building with 13 stalls in one side and 9 in the other, or whatever it is. You know, we can definitely do this for less money.
I believe that.
I think what I would suggest is that we all gather our personal information, what we want to see in this bathroom, and at our next meeting, we have that discussion, and then we move forward from there.
Right, I agree with you. And you know what, the contractors, they put their bids on what was laid before them, you know?
Yep,
And so
that's
now we have,
exactly right.
now we have to in turn,
yeah, and Mr. Chairman, I would say we need to step back. Some of this lays upon us that we did not send and deliver the message where we wanted to be.
absolutely.
And all the contractors I've talked to since the day of the opening, because they have to, they said, we bid what the
was
specs
there?
are.
Absolutely.
And so now there's an opportunity for us to find out what we can put in for what we may or may not want to spend. And then we have to make a decision. Is this what we want, or do we want to do something better and spend money to create a value-added project?
Yes.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I think we do. I think we have the conversations with, like Randy mentioned, with everybody, to the contractors who were in it, get some feedback from them, and then regroup and see what we can do. I guess my only question would be on timing. And maybe Mr. Tews could, when can you start a project like this and complete it this year without running into issues? So do we have 30 days to redo this? Do we have 60 days to redo it? That would be my question, so.
Again, Tracy Tews. I would think you guys get all of 30 to 60 days. The block work, if you guys do stick with a block structure, is very important to get that done. And who knows when winter's gonna come. You know, we had a tremendous short season last year. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a very long season this year either, so, but I would say 30 to 60 days. And, you know, like Randy said, look at the plans, check them out, see what you guys really want, what you need. There's some fluffy things in there, so that can go away.
So is there a way, or that I know we can project that there's in the future other uses for that property, that those bathrooms can be built so that they can be interwoven into another facility
Yeah.
when another facility is built out there?
Right, and I think that's part of the discussion. So if you have an indoor arena out there, will you duplicate this and put another set of restrooms in the indoor arena? That would only make sense to me,
It
but,
depends on how close it is to this arena.
exactly. So those would be discussion points. I think we have to
And-
discuss that, and I know we've tried doing the master plan and probably didn't think of some of these things, but I think.
I don't like pushing and moving quickly just because on this end we're on a timeline. I mean, if it pushes and we get past that 30 or 60 days, then we can still look at, I mean, it's harder for the contractors to make a bid at that point because you don't know what, construction costs are gonna be 9 months from then, but I don't like being pushed in a corner and saying, let's make a decision because we're in a corner.
Yeah, yeah. And we can proceed with porta potties in the meantime.
Yes.
Not like we're, but I for one want to see a restroom out there. I don't want to go forward forever with porta potties. So,
I agree.
at some point in time, we need to build a bathroom.
Great, Mr.
Again,
Tooze.
Randy, one of the discussions that other facilities that we did with Baker, when we did a facility such as this out in Baker, they make a lot of facilities that are not portable, but I know Randy's probably seen them with his experience in the oil field. They're actually 365-day trailer house type setups that you can buy, and that would probably be a cheaper option as well. So you guys do have some options, and if there is a long-term plan that I've heard of building an indoor facility out there, it might be something that would be very interesting to look at for the county, because those trailers and those units, last time I saw them, were anywhere from 50 to 75,000 a unit, and they're 3-4 stalls, and that's all you do is hook them up to water, sewer, and permanent. So
Okay, so you have 3 stalls at $75,000, or $50,000, we'll use that round math, and we have 18, how many stalls do we have in them? So we're not saving a whole lot of money at that
Right.
point.
right, but if you're going to build a different facility there
Yes.
and it doesn't work with your master plan, that's not information that I'm aware of. But I mean, there is options out there too. There is other things to do. That,
Well, I would think that since we're looking at basically a square building, it could be repurposed if we build that big arena. If
Right.
we build it, when we build the big arena. You repurpose this building as an exhibit hall or something like that. Because all you'd have to do is remove the fixtures. You got 4 walls with 1 partition.
Be a long, narrow building, though.
I just want to remind everyone that it's a special meeting and the agenda is listed as restroom bids from 4/6/2023. So I don't want to get too far off of that because special meetings
Thank
have
you.
to stay really
I'll put-
strictly on the agenda.
I'll move that we adjourn.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have first and a second, all those in favor of adjourning the meeting signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Thank you, thanks for calling in, you two.